Hey y'all, Cottonee back at you again in another Pokemon Go PvP video. In this video, it's my first day of playing in the Little Cup Jungle Edition. I love these 500 less CP cups because there's a lot of variety. Most people don't enjoy them, but I truly do find a lot of fun playing this. I'm going to lead off with a Fletch-ing into a good lead Swinub. There are not many bad leads for Fletch-ing in this Jungle Cup. Only Water, Rock, and a couple of dragons that are really damaging to the Fletch-ing. We're going to safe swap into our Chansey after doing a little bit of Ember damage to bring this Golbat down and then pound it out of there. Not the strongest Pokemon Chansey, but it's super tanky. It is probably the safest swap in my opinion in this cup. There are no fighting types. Vigoroth is a problem because of that counter damage, but most are not playing Brick Break as their secondary charge move, and it is punishing. So we're going to Psychic into this Swinub. Good no shield from them. Here we're going to get a second Psychic off into a Poison type, the Skorupi. I've seen a lot of Poison types because the MVP of this cup is Cottonee. That Grass Fairy type is double weak to Poison. You're going to see a lot of Poison types. So maybe play Skarmory because it's a Steel type. That's why we're playing Fletch-ing. It beats those Skarmories and the Cottonees. Here we're going to bring back our Chansey to get a couple more pounds in. They don't know what our counts are to our charge moves, so they prematurely throw a Sludge Bomb and still throw a charge move. Aqua Tail probably at the very end. We were nowhere close to a charge move, wasted their energy. Switch into our Cottonee to just charm this down and win the game with our closer. Super strong Pokemon Cottonee is, especially if they've played conservatively and kept their shield. They're going to get punished. Good game. We win the first one. And that's the major reason that I'm playing this line of 3. I wanted to look at the counts for Body Slam and Icy Wind for Swinub because, again, it was early on in the cup. I wanted to know how many Powder Stones would equal Body Slam or Icy Wind. Could be situations where I want a shield or not, based on which one's coming in. Very good infographic that I found on Twitter there. But yeah, like, Cottonee's super strong in this to close out people. They don't want to shield charge moves coming from Chansey because it's just so weak in the attack department. But they do want to shield everything that Fletch-ing is sending at them and most of Cottonee's because those are some pretty heavy hitting moves. We're going to switch out of the Litleo because I want to save my Fletch-ing in case they have a Cottonee in the back. And we have a Wigglytuff. Pretty strong option in this cup. It also has charm similar to Cottonee, but it's also normal typing. So it doesn't have that grass subtyping, meaning it's only one weakness. It's single weak to poison. Might be a good option if you don't have a great Cottonee, but most people do from the previous little cups. So we're just going to try to farm down this Wigglytuff with Ember to have a ton of energy going into the Litleo. We now have close to, if not 2 Air Laces. And we're going to get 1 shield. Do we get the second or the knockout? Because we need to remove this Litleo, and our Cottonee can come in and with the shield advantage win the mirror match. There we go. That's a 2-0 right there. So a lot of people are playing Cottonee, poisons, and fire types, as you can see, to try to counter the Cottonee. I wonder how the meta will develop over the upcoming week. I believe we have 2 weeks of Little Jungle Cup. And so I just enjoy seeing how the meta develops for these, once a season cups. Here we're going to go into a Spinda, which is something I did not expect at all, and it has Faint Attack. So I think our Embers are just favored, doing more damage. They generate more energy, and they get to their Icy Wind, but that's just fine because we're going to boost up our attack right back to regular with Flame Charge. We probably commit 2 shields just so our Fletch-ing can stay alive. Winning that switch advantage. Get out of there when it's a dragon. A little bit of lag, but it doesn't make a difference because this matchup almost always they get to a Sky Attack and we still win just because Cottonee is so tanky. If you have one that's more defense and HP oriented. If your attack is high, you might not survive that, so make sure your stats are pretty good. Nice, interesting bug type with Shelmet infesting us down. They probably have a Body Slam or 2. So we're going to bring in our Fletch-ing, take this energy, probably get knocked out, and look to finish with the Chansey, which is going to be an interesting one to see what their option is against us. They bring back in the Spinda to, I'm assuming, Icy Wind us to debuff, so they have a better chance of winning in the late game. But I think their HP is just so low on both Pokemon, we'll be able to pound them without ever needing to use a charge move. We're going to actually opt to use the Psychic because it does have a chance to drop their defenses. Don't hit it, but hey, would have sped this game up a little bit here at the end. If they go straight Bug Buzz, they could beat us here. It's getting close to the wire. And they Body Slam at the end. If they had just gone a little bit more energy, I don't know how many infestations they were away. I think they were 2 away from a Bug Buzz, and they were fainting on their second infestation. Would have been a photo finish. But that puts us at 3-0 in this set. Chansey has been able to finish people off. So is the Cottonee, and I think Fletch-ing made a finish at one point. G-Fisk is actually a pretty decent lead for us. We can just go straight Flame Charge, 2-shield their Rock Slides, and beat them with Ember. But here comes in the Scorvette, another Pokemon I did not expect seeing. So Bullet Seed, yeah, we'll resist that. Crunch, we'll resist that. What else do they have? Body Slam, I think that's less energy and more efficient. Not sure why they threw the Crunch, maybe for defense drop. Here comes Drifloon, which is, I believe, what was that? Bronzor Cup that everybody was playing Drifloon. Charm's still chunking it away, so even though we are a grass type and they are flying, Charm is no joke. Use your energy against my 2 HP Cottonee there. Go right ahead. Ember is going to deal a ton of damage. Shield this up most likely. Not the Shadow Ball. It's an Icy Wind. Wow, that was risky because Chansey against Galarian Stunfisk is not fun. So getting a ton of Embers in is really helpful there. Getting the attack boost is beneficial. Could have gotten into Aerial Aces, but I think the extra damage from the fast move was worth just doing the 1 Flame Charge. Could have been a mistake. Don't know. These Earthquakes just tickle the chunky Blissey. Not Blissey. That's a Chansey. And we are looking to Hyper Beam this Stunfisk, and they are choosing to not concede, even though there is absolutely no chance they can Earthquake us to death. They will need 1 more, and we go for the Psychic for bad manners, just to finish them off. 4-0. Can we make a 5-0 in our first set of Jungle Cup with this incredibly spicy team? Haven't seen many Fletch-ing. Seen a couple of Litleo. But yeah, I think this Firebird can really pack a punch in the meta, beating the Steel and Grass types and also Fairy. Doesn't have a horrible matchup against most of the Poison types because Ember just is good. Here's a bad lead, Ducklet, so we will safe swap, and they bring in the counter to Chansey. Another safe swap option, I believe, is Vigoroth because there is no fighting in this meta. It's one of the best safe swaps. It's just a little bit glassy, so you could get charmed down by a Cottonee. And they do resist your counters. Chansey, not so much. Chansey is a closer matchup with Cottonee, especially with an energy lead, but you should lose to Cottonee in most situations. Most people don't know that on day 1, so they might not bring in their Cottonee just to face a Chansey. And we're just going to eat this Body Slam. Shouldn't KO, but it is going to deal a ton because Fletch-ing is extremely glassy. And we're going to switch immediately out because we don't want a lot of HP on Fletch-ing. It's not going to be our key to victory when they led Ducklet. Unfortunately, they do hard wall us with the Litleo in the back. They had us checked in the lead, finish, and middle part of the game. Not much you can do about that. So we're going to lose with a shield. Not much of an opportunity to play out of that, but good game to our opponent. And I think this team is really good. I would like to see it pop up more. Fletch-ing is one of my favorite Pokemon in this cup. Just saw it on PvPoke's site as, you know, a good counter to some things. And I think, yeah, it only loses to like 6 things in the lead. Ducklet's one of them. Altaria's one of them. And there's not many dragons being played because of the Cottonee meta. So we go up a decent amount there on MMR, and we are on the road to Veteran. Good luck all in your upcoming Jungle Cup battles. Just showing off a couple of teams I've pre-built to try out this week. Good luck.